Hey guys, and welcome back to another video, and in this video we're going to talk about the new characters in the Season 3 DLC of Naruto Shinobi Striker. So we've already gotten, Kakashi Hatake, the double Sharingan, so we have 4 more available, and this video will be like a prediction of what I think the next 4 characters are going to be, and what everyone hopes it will be, and what we want to see. What I want to see, this like a very, I think I was very calculated with this, and I really just tried to actually guess which characters it will be, and try to get as predictions as on point as possible. So here we go, without delay, let's go. My first prediction for one of the 4 characters is Hidan, because the immortal guy with the Rip Akatsuki cloak, that looks absolutely amazing. I mean, that's one of the only reasons I want him for DLC is because of that Rip Akatsuki cloak, and it would just look sick. And one of the reasons I think he will be in this DLC, or one of the people in this DLC, is because we haven't had any sort of bad guys, the bad guys for Naruto in Shinobi Striker for a while. We've got Naruto, Sasuke, Might Guy, Mizukage, Tsuchikage. We haven't got that many bad guys for a while, and even if we have, we got a small amount. So I think Hidan is one of those bad guys that they can add and kind of balance things. And he's probably one of the easiest and best bad guys they can add. The one they haven't added. I mean, another reason I think he's going to be in DLC is because of Hidan's scythe. I mean, that's been in the game since release, and I think they just have to add him because there's been so much hints about him, and he's one of the sickest characters. I mean, he had a sick fight. He killed Asuma. I know he died to Shikamaru, but still, he has one of the most unique abilities in the whole Naruto world. Some mortal guy which can control people and stuff. So, and it wouldn't be hard to come up with a couple of abilities. So anyway, you can see from this Hidan concept art of his ninja rankings, how you unlock his jutsus, his stuff, all these concept arts that I'm going to show you in this video done by Anubis Void. I found this all in the Shinobi Striker subreddit. I'll put a link down below to his subreddit and all his pictures. You can check him out. He's really cool. So anyway, here's a concept art of Hidan, and he looks absolutely sick. So you can see, look, it says soul hunting, and then you always get his outfit second, and then skewering, punishment, and curse technique, death controlling. So those sound really cool. I mean, the first 2 abilities, I don't know what ninjutsu abilities they can add. Maybe like something with the scythe, or maybe because he's immortal, something with that, or I don't know. I don't know about the ninjutsus, but for a secret technique, I think that's very obvious what it's gonna be. It's gonna be the death controlling one, the one he used to control Asuma and kill him. So how if he cuts them, I think he licks their blood, and then their fates are sealed together. So then he kills himself, but he's immortal, so he can't die. But the other guy dies. So I don't know. You probably know what I mean. I'm just trying to explain it, but yeah. So it will be really cool to see that in the game. Maybe it has a range of how many people it can hit, and obviously it's going to be an instant kill. So it probably has a small range, maybe a circle around him, like how the Kamui has a tiny circle because it's an instant kill. This could be like that, and it would just be really cool to add Hidan in the game. So that's one of my predictions. So let's go to the next one, and I think this one would be a sick thing to see in the game. It's Obito, but the Sage of Six Paths version. So when he has those black orbs and he's all white and everything. I think that would be so sick in the game because we haven't actually seen any Sage of Six Paths people in the game yet. Not the Madara, not the Obito. So the only reason I think they're gonna add him is because of the double Sharingan version of Kakashi. Because they added the next level Kakashi one where he has that 6 Susanoo when he throws those shurikens. I think they should add Obito's Sage of Six Paths version. It'll be a cool contrast, and yet again it'll be another bad guy they can add, and it'll be really cool to see which abilities they can add. His ninjutsus could be he throws those black orbs or creates a black orb shield, so he can be a defense type or attack type or range type. That's why always Sage of Six Paths would be really cool to see and what they do with it. But his secret technique, I think, would be the sword, the Nunuboku, I think. So it could just be a slash or a dash forward like the Might Guy's dragon, and it just kills people, does a lot of damage. It would just be really cool to see a 6-path character. I mean, that would be amazing. So that's my second guess, is a Sage of Six Paths version of Obito, but that's the only reason it is because they added the double Sharingan Kakashi. I mean, they've added second types of Naruto, Sasuke, Kakashi, so I think an Obito would be really cool to see. And then my third prediction is a very obvious one that honestly they can't go wrong with. and that's Neji Hugo. So if they add this guy, no matter like, I don't know what they do, but they can't go wrong with this guy. They just have to add a couple of basic, decent, sick moves with him, and he's one of the most popular characters in Naruto. I mean, he was there from the beginning and almost to the end. R.I.P. Neji, you will be missed. Moment of silence. Anyway, yeah. So anyway, his abilities could be amazing. Like, and he's such an important character. I don't know why. It's a mystery why he hasn't been added in yet. So he could be added hopefully in this DLC, and it will be amazing. I mean, so many people would buy this DLC because they added Neji. I mean, they really want to push the game, and I think by adding Neji, right, a very popular character, they can push this game high, because a lot of people will come just for Neji, honestly. So here you can see the concept art of him, like, you know, his ranking, and you can see what you can get. You can get the Neji outfit, the gentle fist, body blow, you know, the 8 trigrams, mountain crush, 8 trigrams, 64 pumps, and the guy Anubis Void has also made like what these abilities do. And look, it's like the concept art of how the abilities look in the corner and everything. So you can see like gentle fist, body blow, which is like he just concentrates a lot of chakra in the hand, which is just like a very strong punch. I think it could be like a very short range but does a lot of attack, and you know, you can see, look, it stops them from using their jutsus. You know how Neji stops chakra points, and you know, it will be so sick to have another Hyuga. And then the next one's 8 trigrams mountain crusher, which is like a dense shockwave, you know, he can do from his palms. That would be amazing. So that's a little more ranged move. So he has a close range and a ranged move. This guy would be a sick attacker, honestly. He would be absolutely amazing. And for his ultimate, obviously, it's going to be 8 trigrams, 64 palms. I mean, they already have the 64 palms rotation, which is overpowered just as a ninjutsu. But as a secret technique, I think this could be like the Minato's secret technique, where he just dashes forward and attacks them like 100 times. So this could be like that, but in a short area, and if you get in range, you'll just get destroyed by the damage. And it lowers your secret technique gauge as well. That would be a good addition to it, because he should be just like a type of guy that stops you from doing stuff. So anyway, Neji would be amazing in the game, so hopefully they add Neji. But yeah, that's my third prediction. So we have Hidan, Obito, and now Neji. And finally, for my last prediction, so there's 4 characters. I think it's going to be Karin Uzumaki. Karin, because there hasn't been any healer types, and the rest will probably be attacks, range, or defense. So I think they'll add a healer type, and the most obvious one is Karin, because in the anime she was one of the best healers, and they've already added any other obvious healers. I mean, they added Shikamaru as a healer for some reason, but yeah, so Karin would be a very obvious healer type, and also she's a female character, which they haven't really added that much, so it'll be very good, like, to balance things out, to add a healer type, and a healer type be a lady. And don't get me wrong, this healer type will be amazing. And like you can see from the concept art, look at the different stuff like Super Blast Perfume, Mystical Bite, Adamantine, and Sealing Chain. So I'll show you what the concept art for them is. So you can see the Super Blast Perfume Spray is just like a smoke bomb of perfume, which can do damage and everything, and that will look amazing. And that will look amazing to add in the game, and it'll just do a lot. I think it'll just be a very like light damage support type attack. And then the next one's Mythical Bite Technique. You know how she can heal people by them biting her, or she bites herself, and it can just heal people in a close range, or maybe it has to be a very close range and you just heal them all the way, and that'll be a sick healing ability. And finally, you know, the Sealing Jutsu, the one Kushina used to save Naruto and basically like take down the 9 tails. It's one of the coolest like jutsus in the game. Like, it looks so sick with like all the chains coming out of the back and attacking. So that would be really cool to add like a secret technique. That would be an easy secret technique. So they've already got that. So it just attacks a certain area, does a lot of damage, maybe stops there, like paralyzes and seals enemy ninjutsu. So that would be really cool to see, and that's amazing. So that's my 4 predictions for the next 4 characters in season 3. So that's Hidan, Obito, Neji, because that will be sick, and then Karin. So I know there's other characters that you would like, but I think these would be my prediction. I wouldn't even be sad with these. I think these would be really cool to have. Anyway, okay, so that's my predictions. And then for some honorable mentions, I think, and these are the ones that I really kind of want. I know I would have added these into the list, but I think those have a higher chance for being in it. So one I think that might come is Shisuyo Uchiha, of course, because honestly, he's my favorite Uchiha. Like Shisui, the teleporting, he's like on Minato's level of fighting back in the day in the war and everything. I mean, he would be so sick to add, and it would just be amazing to see him in the game. But the thing is, I mean, he's a very popular character, but yeah, you don't see much of him, so they might not add him in the game. But I think they should definitely add him. So that's an honorable mention. And then next, I think any of the Jinchurikis, honestly, Han, the other guy, the 2000, all the Jinchurikis, it would be sick to see them in the game because you can add them in so many ways, and the jutsus would be so easy to combo and whatever they add, and it would just be really sick. And then finally, my last honorable mention would be the Raikage. That would be the best. Okay, so if they add the Raikage, because they've already added all the Kages in the war type thing. So they added Tsunade, they added Gaara, they added the Tsuji Kage, they added the Mizu Kage. So they have to add the Raikage. That's the only one they haven't added. I think the Raikage out of the honorable mentions has the most chance of actually being in the DLC. The Raikage and the Shisui, but the Raikage especially. So they just have to add him. Okay, they haven't added him. It'll be some sick lightning moves, and it'll just be speed. Like, it would be so sick to add him in there. So yeah, so my 4 predictions are Obito, Hidan, Neji, and Karin, but also like honorable mention Shisui, the Jinchurikis, and Raikage. Maybe Danzo, but we don't know. I don't know about that. That's just because I want to kind of see Danzo in there. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Those are my predictions. Comment what your predictions are on what characters you would like to see in this new DLC. And subscribe for more Shinobi Striker content. Like, I will be on top of every Shinobi Striker thing. If there's any leaks, if there once the DLCs come out, any metas, anything, I'll be on this channel. So make sure you subscribe. Because I'll stay on the grind. Subscribe, like the video, like I said, and goodbye, peace.